Hustlers Horizon podcast. We are back with another great episode 22.
22 in the
We
book.
always say this. We're moving fast. We're having a blast. And, hey, we have another great guest on the show today.
Yep.
We have two of them.
Yep.
We have Donny Teague and Jeff Renteria. Renteria. Let me say that right.
Renteria.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having us, guys.
Yeah, well,
appreciate
hey,
y'all for coming in and taking the time out of y'all's day.
yeah, they're some busy guys. They are very involved in the community, and they're doing a lot of great things. So they have the back to school barrio bash
Barrio bash.
And horseshoe tournament.
and the horseshoe tournament. So guys, welcome on. Thank you again for taking your time. Man, if one of y'all wants to go, Donnie, you're going to kind of tell us about what got y'all to get into this and get this thing
my
going.
name's Donny Teague. Everybody calls me Donaldo. That's what I am on Facebook. This is the 6th annual Barrio Bash, and we've really been doing it for 8 years. The first year, it really wasn't a bash. It was just a horseshoe tournament. And then we lost a year due to COVID. They wouldn't let us rent the park house. So it's really going on the 8th year, even though it's the 6th annual bash. But we just came together, me and Jeff and a couple other guys, and it's just grown ever since.
Yeah, you can tell it's grown a lot
Yeah.
throughout the years. What was y'all's inspiration behind that? What made y'all want to start doing that?
Well, it was my buddy Donnie's idea. I just gathered the people, and Donnie said, we can start using this money from the tournament to go towards something positive, and the Wesley was right there, so we started off with donating to the Wesley. Really was just extra money from the horseshoe tournament, like I said, which wasn't a lot, $300-400, but that could affect some kids' lives in the neighborhood. There's
Most definitely.
it's kind of rough around there, so $300-400 can make a difference. And first year we tried it, but second year, first year is whenever we had the extra money going towards prizes, and we wanted to help out families more than prizes, I guess, So we gathered about 40 backpacks, and at that time we thought that was a lot.
Yeah.
We were like, man, we're doing big things. We're helping out big time. Like, this is, like, heck yeah, man, we're making such a big difference. And we did in a way, but not compared to what we're doing now. Like, it's so crazy how far it's come and how much it's grown.
Yeah, I mean, you just when you guys started, like you said, 40 backpacks, it's like, that is a lot. It's something. You got to start somewhere. When you start making this impact in the community and you guys just saw this vision and you can tell how y'all just came together and it's all about the community. And you're bringing people together. You have the horseshoe tournament. People enjoy that.
Yeah.
Alamo Park, there's always something going on over there, man. You could just drive by on the highway and you're like, man,
They're having fun.
they're having a good time over there. But the story and the inspiration behind it is just, it's awesome. I've been able to go to some of the events y'all put together, been able to be a part of some of them, and with Benji getting involved with it. I mean, it's just awesome to see that y'all grew up in the barrio, and it's like, I want to give back. I want to give back, right?
Yeah.
And so I want to talk about, what does that mean, though? That you guys are, I mean, it's all year round. You're always just, how does that process work? And what does it mean to you to be able to do that for the community?
You want to answer, Donnie?
Well, you can talk. It means a lot. Like you said, now it went from 40 backpacks to last year, right at 1,800 backpacks. So
Yeah.
as soon as this one's over, next week we're already starting for next year.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So it's turned into a year-round thing, and it just feels good.
Y'all said 1,800?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
So
awesome.
the process
We
is
did
just,
about 1,800 last year, yeah.
so the process for you guys is just, you're always planning. Always
man.
planning ahead. Always going, what can we do next? That's awesome.
And apart from doing this, like, what's y'all's background? What else do y'all do business-wise, work-wise? What's y'all's life like?
So a lot of the reason this started was because my dad DJs, and I helped my dad DJ as well. So I was like, what a better platform to use than him, and us together.
Yeah.
So people did have horseshoe tournaments before, and not knocking them, there'd be a lot of people, but there wasn't always music. So I was like, hey, Dad, why don't you come out here and DJ?
Yeah.
And after there's music there, you get some beer in your system, horseshoes, and
Yeah.
the audio around it's a lot of people are gonna show up.
Yeah.
Food on the grill, basically a big old carne asada. It takes off. So my dad DJing really helped us put us on the map. It took that platform, and then we got it out there.
Yeah. And they do put on a good party, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
they
haven't
do.
been to one, but I'm going
You
to
have to go check it out, man. And
Yeah.
like you was saying earlier, it has turned to a year-round thing, not just for the Barrio Bash, but like you mentioned, Benji. We do things for Cinco de Mayo that he has. Other people host events at Tacos Garcia, Tino and Stephanie Frosto. They have their deal. So, we try to stay busy.
Trunk or treat. We do Halloween trunk or treat.
Trunk or treat at the Wesley.
Yeah.
And then also, too, like, to help buy, help like certain people, right? Whenever I know when Harvey passed away,
Yeah,
y'all did
exactly.
a
You're right.
tournament
Like
for
that,
him.
that was a unfortunate event that happened.
Yeah.
But a lot of the times, the events we do have, a lot of them are for for
give
people
back.
passing away
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
That's awesome,
Going
man.
along with the Harvey thing, used to the horseshoe tournament, we'd give the money to the Wesley. But this year we decided all the money from the horseshoe tournament, every year now we're going to turn it into a scholarship. We call it the Harvey Suarez Heart of a Warrior Memorial Scholarship, and it's going to be the first year we do that.
Oh, nice. Where's that gonna be at?
That will be it'll be included in the barrio bash.
Okay.
So the horseshoe tournament, not that it's separated from the backpacks, but it is kind of different. So everything we raise from the horseshoe tournament goes towards a wrestling student at Cap Rock High School, and actually Harvey's brother Renee gets to pick the student and everything. So
Oh, nice.
we're aiming for $1,500. Nothing major right now. I mean, but that's
That's
books.
still good, man.
That's
Yeah.
books,
Yeah,
or that's
Clothes,
some wrestling
leggings,
gear,
whatever.
and it doesn't have to go towards school. Say they need help at home, or whatever
Yeah.
whatever they can use it for. That's what it'll go towards. And after Harvey's passing, Donnie comes up with the ideas.
Yeah, he's
I'm
the
just
brains.
good. I'm just good at pushing them, man. I'm the muscle. He's the brains.
Good job, Donnie.
That's good,
I
man.
work full time and I got 2 daughters, so
Yeah.
I stay pretty busy. Man.
How's
They're
that?
always-
What do you do for work? And
I work at a place called Eaton. We melt metal and make castings for.
I'm sorry.
I work at Eaton. We melt metal and make castings for like electrical and conduits and stuff. So I work 12-hour shifts. So
oh wow.
pretty busy. And then I got a 4-year-old and a 5-month-old. So
Oh man.
both daughters. So my hands are pretty
Yeah,
full.
your hands are full for sure.
So I'll pitch ideas at Jeff and he pushes everything.
That's awesome.
Jeff and Omar.
yeah.
That makes it makes for a good team, and for you to work. You said 12-hour shifts,
Yeah.
and then you're raising your kids, and then you're still making time to plan. It's just you can tell the heart that you guys have for the community, and Jeff pushing it. I mean, that I know how much it means to him, and how awesome these events are. I mean, like I said, I can't wait for us to start going out there and checking them out, giving back into the community and getting involved. Now, doing that though. And let's talk about it because, you talked about some of the events that y'all do or when people usually, unfortunately, pass away or you're thinking of that. And then the scholarship thing is awesome. I want to talk about this, though. You guys are staying busy. You have your own lives, and you're still making time to do that. But you're also human, right? You go through the ups and downs, right? We all go through things, whether it's mental health or whatever. If you don't mind, if we can talk a little bit about that I know that you had posted something a long time ago. I keep up with you, Jeff.
Yeah.
Respect you a hell of a lot, man. I mean, you do so much, but you also have overcame so much. I want to talk about that. Mental health. I want to touch on that. What does that mean to y'all, and how much of an inspiration or part of that, how much part of that plays into y'all planning these events and stuff?
Oh, big time, man. Not that I've ever overlooked mental health, but I've gotten more into it since I've lost a close friend to it. So as being Mexican American or Mexican, we're and men in general, you're raised to be, you just not bottle everything in, but kind of,
Tough, yeah.
no matter what happens, you just deal with it. That's what we're kind of taught, and. It's not supposed to be that way. I mean, you're not supposed to show signs of weakness or, that you need help or you don't go out and ask for help. But, I mean, that's not the case. We need to open up and, as men, and even as women coming along, they got to understand that, we're tough, but we're not always as tough as what we look like on the outside,
Yeah.
So, don't be afraid to share your thoughts, your opinions, what you're going through. There's somebody else. There's somebody else out there that's willing to help. Even if it's just talking. Just never give up. Just there's always somebody there, even if it doesn't look like it. They're there to care.
Yeah.
Somebody does really care. Trust me.
Find someone to talk to, man. That's important because, man, sometimes you feel lonely.
Exactly.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
You gotta find that one person.
And just because they look happy on the outside doesn't always mean things are going great
Yeah.
on the inside.
No, most definitely.
That's the most deceiving part right there. People really try to play it off looking like things are fine, but you really never know what they're going through on the inside. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
And us as their friends, I mean, we have to make them feel like they can talk to us.
exactly,
Most definitely.
That's one of my biggest things. Like with my buddy Harvey that passed away, we would keep in contact, and it hurt me the most thinking like, man, what if I could have done something else, And
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of his other friends felt that way too, But that's why you just even if you have a friend that always calls you, you call them back too. It can't be just one way. It has
Yeah.
to be both ways. You check on that friend too, even if it's just texting or calling. Because I know I'm busy, and Donnie calls a lot, and I'm not. And he's like, "Man, you missed my call again." Like I'm busy, but I'll try to text back or keep in contact. So
Yeah.
you check on. You got to check on them too.
Yeah.
Well,
I could attest to all that too, because like this year I had a pretty rough start to the year. My father passed away in February, and then 2 weeks later my daughter was born on Valentine's. So life really roller coaster for me this year. So
Yeah.
and
I could attest to you need to talk to people.
man, and and I didn't mean to get super deep there, but I thought it was
cool.
I thought it
mean,
was.
you got to talk. You got to let it out.
Yeah,
If not,
you-
just
Well, the reason the reason I brought that up though is number one, it is important to talk about that. And you mentioned the Harvey thing, and I know that it crushed a lot of people, right? And I had the pleasure of getting to know him a few times. I didn't know him very well, but he was a really good guy, and you can tell. And man, mental health and everything else that people go through. But I ask you guys that because at the end of the day, we're all human. And you guys go through the ups and downs, but I give you props, and I want to say thank you to both of you guys for everything y'all do for the community, because to be able to to overcome that, and to know that, hey, I'm still battling this in my life, but hey, we still got this event. We still want to give back to the community. It's just awesome, and I wanted to bring you guys on here today to say thank you, and man, keep doing what you're doing for the barrio, for the community of Amarillo. I mean, you guys at the end of the day are human beings. You go through the ups and downs, and just hell of a job, guys. Hell of a job.
Thank y'all for having us.
thank
I
you.
mean, without
That's
y'all,
and we tell everybody it's not just for the east side; it's for the whole city. If you live out of town, you can come by Alamo. We had people last year hitting us up, Pampa, Borger,
Yeah.
all over the place.
but without people like y'all, our word wouldn't get out.
Yeah.
So, y'all get the voice out there for us too. We try how we can on social media, but people watch this too, and it's going to get the word out. It spreads. So,
Yeah,
appreciate y'all.
anything we
for-
can do to help, man.
Thank y'all
we're-
for reaching out to
Yeah,
us.
I kind of wanted to go
course.
back to that barrio thing. You, Jeff, you were born in Amarillo?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What's y'all's background like culturally? Y'all Mexican American?
Yeah, so both my parents my grandparents are from here in Amarillo.
Okay.
And my great grandparents, they're from Salvatierra, Mexico, Guanajuato. And, I was born and raised kind of by, right off of Cleveland, off of 27th, kind of by Glenwood School.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I spent most of my summers in the barrio by East Park. That's where my whole family lives, right there on 6th Street. Man,
Yeah.
and there was like nine houses out of the whole block on one.
Oh wow.
Yeah, just together. I still got a house there, actually.
Really?
That's what I call the headquarters of the barrio badge. Because
That's
we got a
awesome.
little shed in the back there, man.
Yeah.
It's small, but we sit back there and we kind of came up with the plans, and that's where we felt backpacks. It's really small, man, but that's where the heart of the whole barrio bash kind of.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
What about you? Where were you? What's your background like?
Well, I grew up on Nelson, right off I-40. I went to Lawndale and Bowie, Caprock.
Okay.
Met him in 6th grade. Been my best friend ever since.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
It's been a while.
yeah.
So yeah, he went to all the barrio schools, Caprock, Bowie, everything,
Yeah. Hey, I didn't grow up here. I grew up in a small town, Wheeler, which was like
Oh,
1,200
Wheeler,
people.
yeah.
Yeah.
We do a lot of work in Wheeler.
Really?
Yeah.
But I hear a lot of stories, like the abandoned buildings downtown, like they would sneak in there and party and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Y'all did all that stuff?
I don't know. I didn't do that. That sounds more like Donnie.
Not downtown.
No.
So many cops downtown.
It was, I think it was like some grain elevators or
Oh
something.
yeah, the
Oh,
great
yeah.
elevators.
Yeah,
That's
we
kind
go there.
of. That's kind
Man,
of.
That's pretty scary though. I ain't gonna lie, that's pretty high up
That's
there.
kind of by the fairgrounds. I know. what
Yeah,
you're talking
yeah,
about.
yeah. Did y'all do that or
That's
no?
in the barrio.
I went in there a few times, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I went in there, but they said you can get really high up there, but I never risked it.
No.
Man. It was,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
It was
crazy,
It
man.
was pretty dangerous. I was more into the other stuff, not the daredevil stuff.
The other stuff. What about sports? Y'all play any sports or anything like that?
Oh yeah, man. We grew up together at playing at Bowie. We were pretty good at Bowie, city
Yeah.
champions and everything. And then Caprock, Mexicans kind of stopped growing.
Yeah.
Donnie's pretty tall. Donnie's kind of a tall guy, good size. The rest of us, we stopped growing.
Yeah.
But I played basketball and football and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
Is there a big rivalry between all the high schools here? I mean, obviously there's a little bit, but like any pranks and stuff that y'all do, or they used to do back in the day?
He's all trying to get him in trouble.
Back
You
then
still
in
do
the
it?
school, they'd always have a shaving cream fight, like Caprock
Oh,
and
yeah.
BG.
yeah, it was kind of
I missed all that, man, because our school was just like pre-K through 12th grade.
all
So
together.
yeah, you didn't get to do any
I know like
crazy
Emerald
stuff.
High and Tascosa, they had what they call Hell Week, but I really don't know.
Yeah, theirs was pretty big. We didn't go there, but for
Yeah.
Caprock, it was mainly Caprock against Polidoro, you
Yeah.
know. 'Cause we were close to each other, so
Yeah.
you know, it was nothing major, just shaving cream fight, small stuff at the end of the school year.
And
Yeah,
cars and
Tascosa
stuff.
and Amarillo High, that rivalry was crazy.
Was
I
it?
went to
You
Tascosa,
went-
so
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
Did,
You
did you do
know
anything crazy or no? Over there?
I'm not going to say it. Nice try.
I'm trying to get y'all in trouble. Nice.
So, fellas, what you guys are doing, y'all been doing this for a few years now. I want to talk about, you guys are always planning ahead. What is the vision for what you guys are doing? Let's say 5 or 10 years from now. What is the vision that y'all see yourselves there?
Man, that's a tough one because that's probably been on my mind the most lately, other than filling the backpacks. You know, it's held at Alamo Park, and that's a pretty decent sized park. And these last few years, this last year and the year before, it's gotten really huge. I would say around 3,000 to 4,000 people.
Oh, wow.
So we have to rent the whole park now.
You got to rent it?
Yeah. So we have a deal with the city right now. Since we installed the horseshoe pits, they give us 3 events a year for 5 years. So I believe this is our second year.
Okay.
And so to rent the park now, it's gone crazy. It's $950 to $1,200 to rent the entire park.
For one day?
I guess it would be for one day, or I guess if you get it the weekend, you'd have it Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of money, you know. I mean, I'm not knocking the city or anything, but that's a big difference in money that I could have used for backpacks.
Yeah,
or,
why don't they see that? I mean, you're helping people, you know? If you're having like a family party or something, cool.
Yeah.
But you're giving back to the community.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm running for mayor.
And they don't do anything. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
So we gotta have the gazebo because we forgot. We usually have about 20 to 30 barbers giving free haircuts all
Yeah.
day too. So that's another. That's what Omar he gets all the barbers
Yeah, we gotta
together
have
for
everybody.
us.
But back to that question, you know, I won't say maintain because I know it can get bigger, but I don't want to get to the point of. Right now we're around 1,800 to 2,000 backpacks.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say next year let's get 2,500 and next year 3,000. You know, because it's gonna get.
Too big.
Yeah, anything's possible, but I would like to maintain it. You know, for a good 5 years. You know, because I don't want to get where it's super overwhelming because it's hard now.
Yeah.
But if we can keep it like this for a while, this is what I would like to do.
Yeah.
And there is bigger parks, but then to me that defeats the purpose of the title of the whole event. You know, back to school barrio bash.
The barrio,
you know?
yeah.
You want it right there, and I think I'll keep it that way. I mean,
Yeah.
well, all the kids are welcome. Say there's 3,000 kids, they're all welcome. Say we only got 2,000 backpacks. Well, at least we'll have food and jumpers. You know, in the meantime, it'll be a good time for as long as the stuff lasts. I guess you could say.
Yeah.
So.
And how does that work? They just go up there and just pick up a backpack, or
So
y'all
we
go
have
deliver? How does that work?
We have the event starts at 12. We try to start serving food at 12.
Okay.
And then the backpacks go out at 2. Last year, I think, a few years ago, we did 3, but that took too long. It was hot and they're waiting in line.
Yeah,
The-
yeah.
The whole line goes around the whole,
Yeah, they start lining
Backstop.
up 10 o'clock, 11 in the
Oh, wow.
morning usually.
and they're waiting there. And the kids have to be present.
Yeah.
So a lot of the times, you know, the parents say, hey, we got 10 kids at home. I mean, you know, we can't always believe that,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
so
yeah.
we have to have the kids there. And I'll have my girlfriend Chelsea or my daughter help handing backpacks out, or the Caprock Longhorn baseball team directing the kids to go in. We have it in a line, and they'll go and pick a backpack themselves. We'll let the kids go by themselves,
Yeah.
and then the parents wait, you know,
Cool.
so they don't really interfere with which one to get and stuff, you know. So they
Yeah.
pick their own, and
That's cool,
That's
man.
how it works, man.
Y'all got a good system going for sure. And then
Shout out our buddy. He graduated with us, Trevor Cordova. He's the head baseball coach now at Caprock. So he gets a bunch of the athletes over there to come help us. So
yeah, they're a big
That's
help.
awesome.
Cool.
big help.
Are y'all always taking volunteers and things like that to help out, or?
You know, there's a lot of volunteers that reach out to us. I try to get them involved as much as I can.
Yeah.
But it's really hard to get everybody involved, you know.
Yeah.
So I just kind of tell them to go out there, and you know, if I do need them, I can go and ask them personally.
Yeah.
But what I tell them is, you know, supplies or backpacks, that's what we need help with the most.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if
for
you
sure.
can donate money, I mean, we don't ask for money, but supplies, you know, just picking up trash, just kind of keeping an eye on the kids around the event. That's basically what I ask for the most.
Yeah.
And you said the event is on the 11th, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Sunday.
August 11th. And so you talked about the process to get the backpack. Let's talk about, what time everything starts and what can people expect? What all of y'all are going to have out there?
Okay, so the event will start at 12. That's when we'll try to have some food ready to go.
Sign up for the horseshoe tournament.
Sign up tournament
12
starts
to
up.
2.
Donnie runs the horseshoe tournament, so he'll be doing sign up for the tournament as well at 12. And then at 2 o'clock, the backpacks go out. The tournament will probably start right around 2 o'clock.
2:15.
Give or take somewhere around
Yeah.
there. And
I
then,
put 215 online.
okay, so we'll have the backpack giveaway. Well, we plan on having around 1,800 to 2,000 this year. And then haircuts, that starts at 12 as well. That's at the gazebo. And then we'll be having jump houses. I just got a phone call today that we'll be having kettle corn, like $2,000 worth of kettle corn out there. Somebody's going to go and be making that out there, so that'll be pretty cool.
Face painting.
Face painting, face tattoos, kind of like that, like for the kids, not real tattoos.
Someone to go out there and get a tat.
We could probably find somebody for a real one.
And then what else do we got? Snow cones. Somebody mentioned the cotton candy machine, but I'm not for sure on that. Of course, free hamburgers, free hot dogs. My dad, Raymond Renteria, will be out there DJing. You know, so there'll be that live music, not live music, but we'll be DJing.
Yeah.
Just a lot of small vendors. There will be people, I'm sure, like with cookies, pens, the small things that they hand out at the tables.
Yeah.
Michelada booth, I know that for sure. Teague's bar will be there. They usually bring a couple kegs, so.
Oh, what? Free beer?
Free beer, yeah, as long as it lasts. Last year it went really
Is that free beer?
Yeah, in the barrio, that went by like in 30 minutes.
I know, I was like, you gotta get like 5 kegs.
And there's a lot of other ones that we got tons of sponsors and vendors this year, so you just kind of got to go out there and check it out. They'll be everywhere.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Vaccinations as well from the city.
Everything's free though.
Yeah.
That's the part we like to keep everything free. A lot of people, hey, can we go out there and sell this?
Yeah,
we will support your business and stuff, but everything we do out there, we have to be for free.
We don't want a kid to go out there and a lot of people want to take a food truck, and which I understand. That's cool. But I don't want a kid to go out there and see another kid with a funnel cake, and then they can't afford that. So I try to make it fair for everybody. Hamburgers and hot dogs.
Yeah.
I've been that kid where.
Sorry.
I've been that kid where you didn't have the money to go get what that other person had.
Yeah. So you have that kind of background growing up to where, like, were y'all struggling, like. Because I grew up in Mexico, right, and it was rough over there.
Yeah.
But it's the same here. Like it's rough everywhere,
Yeah.
So is that where you get that passion from what you had to go through when you were little, things like that?
I wouldn't say I was poor, but I didn't have exactly what everybody else had.
Everybody else had,
and there's always somebody else that has it worse than you.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's way harder in Mexico than it was here. You know. But I didn't really realize what I went without till I got older. And I was like, man, I went through all this, and I look it back, and I'm like, damn, that was pretty rough, Jeff. I'm like, yeah, like,
but it's normal to us.
Yeah, it was. You're right, it was normal, and some of these kids don't even know that they're without or less fortunate. I don't like to use the word poor, but they don't have all that money. So yeah, it's the backpacks we give. We try to help out with. It's not exactly what's on the school supply list, but if they want to go home, there's crowns and markers in there. They can go home and play with that. It's not just for school. It's just to get your mind off things. If there's a kid out there going through a real time,
that's awesome, man.
And the haircut, you don't want to go to school looking rough. Yeah, and there's kids out there. We just whatever we can do to try to help give back. That's what we try to do, and I know what it's like to be that kid. So
that's awesome, man.
Well, and after the end of the day, after you get those events put together, I'm going to ask this. Obviously you do it from the kindness of your heart, right? You have good intentions with it. At the end of these events, though, you see it all happening. It's going good. At the end of it, when everything's all said and done, how does that feel when you go home at night? You kind of just lay there thinking about it. Does it put a big smile on your face just to see the lives that you impacted that day, the kids smiling, everyone having fun, those families that you were able to help and make that little bit of a difference? But that what may feel like a little bit of difference to you is a huge difference to them, right? Yeah. So how does that feel at the end of those events?
It feels good. Just it's crazy when you walk around the park and you see the little kids just jumping around with a backpack and waiting in line to get their haircuts. Just so excited. Something so small be so big to them,
Yeah.
And people don't think about it.
Yeah.
How big of an impact a little thing could have on a kid going to school in a couple of days.
Yeah, for sure.
And for me, I kind of sit back during the event. I kind of sneak off for a little bit.
Yeah.
And I just kind of stare at everything, because it's just nonstop busy for me that day, so I'm running back and forth. I'll go take like a 5-minute break, grab a beer, and I'll just stand like 40 yards back.
Yeah.
And I'll just be like, damn, this is
soak
cool.
it all
in.
Exactly,
that's awesome.
Man. It's really hard to soak it all in because you still got stuff to go do, but I set a like 3-minute time limit to just go admire the whole process and the whole, what we worked for.
Yeah,
it's amazing, man. Just because you'll see especially after the videos come out, you'll see the smile on the kids' faces and just the community coming together. You can tell it makes a big impact.
Do y'all have somebody doing that, shooting like a whole kind of documentary thing?
You know, last year we had a guy that reached out to somebody, but we haven't found them. But we haven't really reached out to nobody yet to really do it for us. That's what I wanted to do. Like, I do want somebody to document it from bits and pieces from the morning throughout the day. You know,
Maybe we can get James Pompa to go out there.
You know, he's the one that he shot a music video the last year.
Yeah.
And he got bits and pieces of more of the music video, but it's still almost a documentary not documentary, but
Yeah, that's our guy right there, man.
He's really good at what he does, man.
He's a killer.
Shout out to Pompa, he's great.
Maybe I could sponsor that for y'all.
Yeah, that'd be cool, man.
I got Pompa, and maybe we can do a video for y'all.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That'd be cool.
Heck yeah.
All right, so we're talking about James Pompa. He's gonna go. He's being how do you call that? Voluntold?
Voluntold.
Nah, he's a good guy, man.
Him.
Yeah, but yeah, if he can do it and he has time, I'll take on that for sure.
He's great at his stuff, man. So
He does some great work, so we'll have him out there. But guys, we know y'all stay busy with work and all the things y'all do for the community. What are some hobbies that y'all like to do outside of all that?
Well, this is how this whole thing started. We like to throw horseshoes a lot.
Horseshoes.
drink beer out there, throw some horseshoes, hang out with people from the neighborhood, you know.
Go fishing.
We like to fish. We haven't done it as much lately.
Where do y'all go fishing at?
Anywhere we can find, really. Yeah.
There's fish. We'll pull over, throw a line in.
Yeah. I mean, mainly Meredith, somewhere around here. We would go to Greenbelt a lot.
Yeah.
If we're in town, we'll go out to Meadow Park.
Is there fish out there?
Yeah. They stock it, actually.
They stock it with catfish and trout.
Yeah, there is.
I've never caught anything out there.
Yeah.
I've seen people catch some catfish out
Really?
there.
Good size ones.
Every once in a while, too, we like to, hey, you gonna go to the casino? Yeah, let's go.
We do like to hit the casino.
Just out of nowhere, let's go to the casino.
Which one do y'all go to?
Usually Guyman, because that was closer.
It's closer, huh?
Yeah, and then...
Lucky Star.
Do you ever go to Zia Park in Hobbs?
Man, I've never been, but I wanted to go.
Zia Park, man, I have a lot of luck there, man.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never been to casinos.
Never been over
really?
there.
Me neither.
No. What's the most that y'all have won at a casino?
What's the most you won, Donnie?
About 3,200.
Oh, okay, that's not bad.
I won, let's see.
I was playing blackjack.
Last year total, I think on my jackpots total, I think I won like about 22,500.
Oh, damn.
But at one time, I won 72.50.
Dang, that's good, man.
Yeah.
I need to go
That
gamble.
was in Guyman, actually.
What were you doing? What were you playing?
I was playing it was a slot machine. I can't
Slot
think of the
machine?
name.
Them
Yeah,
slot
it was in the high
machine.
limit. I like to go big.
The high rollers?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I
I like
can't do
to play
that.
blackjack and poker.
Yeah. I
No,
think
he's
that's
good.
what I would do if I went.
He's
Blackjack
good at the
and
numbers, so he likes those. I like the slot machine.
Yeah, man, I went to a casino one time and I tried the high roller and I threw a 20 in there and lost it. And one push and I was like, you know what? Never mind. I don't belong in this little area.
We DJ a lot, so I enjoy doing that. We do a lot of parties for the community and the Raza, like I said, so it's fun to go and do those events. You get to see friendly faces all the time.
Yeah.
And
That's good, man.
Well, and they're really good at not only putting the party on, man, but you get to know everyone.
Yeah.
And so you can like walk into an event and if they notice you or recognize you, him or his dad will like call you out on the mic.
Yeah.
I think that's one great thing about my dad, man. He includes everybody that's in the party, and I think that's why a lot of people call us is because you feel welcomed and you feel included.
Yeah.
And that's what we've instilled in this Barrio Bash is we make everybody feel special. I walk around, there might be 3,000 people, but I guarantee I probably know about 2,800 of them.
Yeah. Y'all got a big network.
Yeah. And so in talking about, mentioning your dad, I'm going to ask both of you guys this. When everything you're doing, staying busy, putting these things together, whatever it is, and, you're DJing, you get to do that with your dad. I want to ask you first, what does that mean to you? And what does your family support mean to you whenever it comes to putting these events together?
Yeah, man, it's amazing. I've always loved going to do these parties with my dad. I mean, it's just playing music, right? That's what people say, just playing music. But man, we get to spend a lot of time together. Don't get me wrong, I've got fired like 15 times, and then I get hired again like 30 times, But it's fun to just go set up. I think setting up and taking down is the hard part, but setting up is probably the best part of the whole party,
Yeah.
And then during the party, that's fun. But the support I get from both my mother and my father, man, my mom helps me out with filling the backpacks, and anything I do. She always shows love for the events we have. My dad, you know, we charge $800 a party right now, and he does all these parties for me for free, you know. So that's not that he's supposed to, you know, but I know it's hard to do stuff like that for free.
Yeah.
But he's always there to support anything that I do. And just recently, we found out that I was having a child, and man, I know he's going crazy right now.
Let's
He's,
go.
you know,
From you? No.
From you.
from her over there. So I know my dad.
His girlfriend's sitting over there.
Yeah.
So it was just a joke.
So he's going crazy right now, man. He never. I mean, not that he never thought, but I'm pretty sure like the last 2 years, he's like, man, this kid ain't ever gonna have a kid.
Yeah.
And then finally,
He's all happy.
Yeah. So he's
Congratulations,
excited.
man.
Yeah, congrats on that, man.
So he's excited to be a grandpa, and he's gonna.
Is this your first one?
Yes, sir.
Oh, nice.
So he's gonna be even more
Ready to
included.
not sleep.
He's gonna be more included in,
That's
in our
awesome.
lives now.
That's awesome, man. That's good to hear. I mean, the support you have,
Yeah.
getting to do those things and experience that with your dad. I know my relationship with my dad is that's I couldn't live without it. You know, that's my guy. So it's awesome to see that. And it's funny you said I've been fired like 15 times, but
Yeah.
You ain't lying.
You want to answer it too, Donnie?
Yeah, Donnie.
yeah, Donnie, let's hear about you. What does that support from your family
they're,
mean?
they're my parents. They're proud of us, and they would go. And obviously, my dad passed away this year, which has been pretty hard. So it's going to be different this year. But I mean, I got 2 sisters and a brother. They all support it. My sister, she'll help. She works for the food bank, so we get a lot of them tubs from her, so we can go put them around town. So everybody does a little bit.
Yeah. That's good, man.
It's good to have that support.
You have a good family.
Yeah.
Support y'all.
Well, yeah, it's good to have that support in anything you do. I mean, but you know, you mentioned the passing of your dad. Sorry to hear about that, but I hope that you think of him in everything you do, and I hope you continue to keep doing things that you're doing, Donnie, because that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and to be able to, have that happen and still say, but we're gonna push through. It's like almost like he would want you to continue doing that. So, in everything you do. Now, always keep your pops in mind, man. And again, thank you guys so much for everything y'all do, and thank y'all for coming on Hustlers Horizon podcast.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all.
I'm gonna ask my favorite question now, and I want both of you guys to answer this, okay? So there's somebody out there that wants to start their own business or wants to just do something. They want to make an impact in this community, and they have these ideas flowing, right? But they're like, well, what if it doesn't work? What if it flops? What? They come up to you, and they're like, hey, I want to start a business. I'm a little scared. What's that advice you would give to them?
Don't be scared. If you fail once, I failed twice, so it don't matter. Don't be scared.
Mine would just be, make sure your heart's in it. I mean, do it for the right reason. If your heart's in it, you're not gonna fail. I mean, it's not gonna bother you if it doesn't work the first time. Because if your heart's in it and you got the ambition, you're gonna succeed. I mean, with our events, we've gotten blessed that most of them have turned out really great. Mm-hmm. But there wasn't a doubt in my mind, like, man, what if this doesn't work? What if it doesn't work? And a few of them, were not as great as what we expected. But I mean, you got to get your name out there. You got to be kind to people. That's the main thing. Be kind, be friendly.
I think if your heart's in it, you're not failing. You're learning a lesson. If it don't go right.
Pray about it, and you'll be good to go.
That's good, man.
That's good advice, man. Yeah. We appreciate that. I mean, everything you guys are doing, man. Again, thank you so much. I cannot wait to see where you guys and what's going on and how this looks 5 or 10 years down the road, man. It's awesome. The impact that you're making in these kids' lives who are eventually going to grow older and start doing what you're doing.
That's
right?
what, I don't mean to cut you off, but I hope there's one kid out there, if it's just one out of the 6,000 or 9,000 kids that we've reached, I hope there's one out there like me or Donnie, that wants to continue or wants to give back. And it doesn't have to be in the video. It could just be in life. I hope there's one kid watching and says, hey, I want to do that
when I grow up.
I have no doubt in my mind that there's a kid out there already thinking about that and wanting to do that. Well, again, guys, thanks for coming on Hustlers Horizon podcast. This has been a lot of fun. You guys make sure to get out there August 11th, the Back to School Barrio Bash at Alamo Park. It's going to be a good time. A lot of good eating, a lot of good drinking,
free beer,
juices for the kids, juices for the kids.
A lot of water. It's probably going to be hot.
Yeah, a lot of water. Well, hey, guys. Again, this is Hustlers Horizon podcast, episode 22, going by fast, having a blast. Make sure you check out these episodes on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube. Like our Facebook page. Please like our Facebook page.
Yeah.
We need it.
Yeah.
We need it.
Yep.
You can find these episodes on Spotify and Apple Podcasts or your favorite podcast platforms. Again, it's Donny Teague and Jeff Renteria, the guys who are doing so much in the community on Hustlers Horizon Podcast, the podcast where we hustle up, level up, shift the mindset to build a better us and build a better business. Again, we'll see you next episode.